Welcome to Cretoni Entertainment. I'm Chris.
I'm Bree.
And today we're painting Porygon from Pokemon.
Nope. That's Ecliptor.
It's pretty close to Porygon.
He's not far off.
So Ecliptor is a pure technique mini. He is deceptively simple. I know when this mini was announced, there was a lot of people on a couple of the different Renegade Games based social medias, on some of the Discords and some of the Facebooks, probably on the Twitters if I took the time to look for it, but I don't because reasons. But he's actually really easy. A lot of people were saying this is Ecliptor. He's going to be really tough. He's going to be a hard miniature to paint. He's not. He's one of the easiest miniatures you're ever going to paint.
He's just time-consuming.
There's very little about him that's not green. Okay, let's start with that. There's very little bit of that's not green. So we're starting with this Caliban green. And we're going to get it all over the miniature. And I water him down a lot, as I've said in previous videos, because I want a smooth coverage. I end up doing 2 or 3 coats of this.
Right.
I don't do them all on camera because where's the fun in that? And then...
So we'd have more time to talk, though.
Well, we're not going quite as fast as we normally do. And then, for some reason, I don't know why the clip isn't here, but I washed them all in Nuln Oil. And then we move on to our next green.
It's later on in this thing. You know it's going to be later on in the video,
It probably
right?
is. So this is it doesn't matter. What matters is the tech. This is our Warpstone Glow. Any green brighter than your base green will do fine. At this point, you just take a fine tip brush and you just line the edges of each individual kind of crystalloid piece of Ecliptor's body. And you'll notice that I'm not running this as fast as normal. I want you to see exactly how I put it on. It's very, very simple. That's it. Simple lines. Try to make them as straight as possible. If they're not perfect, that's okay. Follow the raised edges. Follow the corners. Follow the angles.
Follow the yellow brick road.
That's basically all this guy is doing this technique over and over again. Because everything else about Ecliptor is a little bit of silver for his sword, a little bit of red for his eyes, and he's got some kind of weird circuit boy thing on the right side of his groin.
Wait, what?
He does. It's a thing. It's got multicolored wires and whatnot. I didn't even bother doing multicolored wires. I did simple silver. But this is the main technique. I did one panel right here so you can see one panel from start to finish. All right? The next step, take your next lighter green. I used Warboss green. Then immediately put the miniature out of the camera.
Yeah.
Take a nice thin... Oh, no, sorry. That was actually a touch-up. Your next step is to take a lighter green. Like I said, I used Warboss. You can use any green lighter than your last shade.
Yeah. Like, if you're buying greens to do him, just go buy, see a little clump and just buy next darkest, lightest, lighter. That kind of thing.
Exactly. And then take your thin brush again, and you're doing the lighter color, focusing on the corners and working your way inward. You will notice I am not completely covering the darker green. I'm trying to make this lighter green line a little bit thinner, and I'm also not running it all the way across. Like towards the middles, I'm leaving it darker. It's most crisp and brightest in the corners.
Apparently Ecliptor's precision just leaves you to create words.
You know what? My brain is angry that I'm not trying to make jokes during this because this guy is just pure tech.
Leaves all the time for Brie comedy. Brie comedy. Ta-da-da-da.
There'll be no awards for this episode. So that's it for the next step. You just take a lighter green and you do thinner lines. Now you take an even brighter green. I use the Necrotite green we've been using from the P3 line to paint the bases of the foot soldiers. And just in the corners, just anywhere where multiple green lines are intersecting, I am doing just the tiniest bit of this.
Mm-hmm.
Just in those edges.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's Ecliptor. Nothing else matters. Everything else is easy. This is the trick. And if you practice this on individual panels, you will in no time have an Ecliptor, have the method down.
Yes.
And then you can go through, because what I actually did is after I did my kind of sample panels here, I did go over and do the whole thing, one color at a time. So the whole model got the Warpstone Glow, and then the whole model got the Warboss Green. But you can do it panel by panel if you're willing to take the time to do that. or you can do it as a grand thing. So once again, showing the same technique. This time I picked one of the areas behind his leg on his calf. And you see how this one kind of has, he's made up of mostly squares. So basically I'm just picking one square at a time and I'm working that square. And I kind of did the whole back of his calf here. Just as straight as you can. Doesn't have to be perfect. You're going to be looking at this from 3 feet away.
Okay, right. Always remind yourself, 3 feet fabulous, 3 foot fabulous.
So I'm doing this technique twice. I showed you once in his shoulder blade. I'm showing you once in his calf. And then we're just kind of burn through the rest of Ecliptor and be done with him because there's nothing else to this guy. I mean, I've said that multiple times already, but there really isn't. If you can do this one technique, your Ecliptor will be done, and he will be done strikingly well.
Just what you do a little practice, and then you turn on like a whole playlist of us in the background, and you paint your Ecliptor.
We want them to do it well, not get angry.
I mean, we're funny people. People say that they are here for the banter.
I mean...
Okay, actually go turn on YouTube, or maybe like a podcast, or I've been listening to the Witcher series, the books. They're pretty cheap on Audible.
She's been throwing coins all over the house.
It's really weird.
So, hey, my phone is ringing. That's amazing. It's from Pennsylvania. I wanted to answer the call from Pennsylvania on the air.
No.
I wanted to answer the call from Pennsylvania on the air.
So professional.
Oh, my God.
So professional.
Oh, my. I really wanted to answer that. I'm looking up who it was.
No, don't.
Let's see, guys. I got a call from Pennsylvania. If it's a scam number, I'm going to give you that's the only time I've ever been called. That was guaranteed to be a scam.
I'm so sorry.
That was going to be so good. Oh, and on Facebook, Jake O'Brien has mentioned me in a comment. I don't know who Jake O'Brien is, but there's a comment about me.
Hey.
This is quality show right here. So, fortunately, we've talked about the text, so now we can go off the rails a little bit. What I was going to say is Ecliptor is just Astronomer's Goldar, just like Elgar was Divatox's Goldar.
No, he actually cared about Astronomer, though.
Goldar cared. Goldar was like, "Oh, I'm a monkey man. Give me my wings."
He did.
My nose itches. I might have to sneeze.
He wanted to overthrow Rita every time he turned around.
Rita was an idiot.
Legit. I mean, you're not wrong.
There's nothing else to say about that. Rita and Zed were both failures. They couldn't beat teenagers. Neither could Ecliptor in astronomy. Astronomy, yay!
Don't do that to astronomy.
Oh my goodness, it's not going well. So Ecliptor was Astronomer's Goldar. Elgar was Divatox's Goldar.
Yeah.
That one character. Actually, Mondo didn't really truly have a Goldar. He had the Irish robot. Or Scottish robot.
He's Scottish.
Around and away we go. I don't know what that was all about. So Mondo didn't really have a Goldar that he could just run down and cause
He had a whole royal
problems.
family worth of idiots.
So whose Goldar was the best Goldar? Which Goldar did it best? Rito was a poor man's Goldar.
Was Rito Zed's Goldar?
No, Rito, I guess technically, but Goldar was Zed's Goldar because remember Zed gave him his wings back. Yeah. Rito showed up. Well, he showed up with Rita and Zed, but Master Vile also showed up. And Rito was dollar store Goldar.
Oh.
I mean, he destroyed the Thunder Megazord, but
then he really did.
He also destroyed the White Tiger Zord. But let's be honest, Tommy was in charge of those teams, so we expected nothing less than him to just lose.
Yeah.
I mean, Pirantis Head was like, "Oh, I'm going to freeze Jason's team Zord," and Jason's like, "Okay, well, my buddy Alpha made him better and made him into Thunder Zords." And then Tommy was like, "Oh man, Rito, the biggest idiot in the franchise, destroyed the Zords."
Aww.
And then he lost the power coins to Goldar. He lost everything to the two stupidest people in the franchise.
Legit.
So,
I mean, honestly, he should have just handed it all to Vulcan Skull and been like, okay, I give up. It's, you know what?
Vulcan Skull had a great theme song.
Yeah, he did.
I think Goldar was best Goldar. There's something about Goldar. I love him in the comics, too. So, okay, this is Ecliptor with all of the Warpstone green on him.
Yeah.
Okay?
He looks like something from Tron.
He does. You can stop here. This is not bad looking. You could stop here if you wanted to. You don't have to do the additional layers. If you do the additional layers, you're going to get something that's starting to look more like this. Because this is Goldar. This is Goldar. Yay!
Nope.
Greendar. This is Greendar.
Oh.
So
cool looking.
Yeah, when you go through and do all the layers, this is what Greendar is going to look like.
Hey, that's when you lost the light. I remember that.
I did. So you did. That's your phone. It's probably the Pennsylvania number. So this is with the brightest green on it. And then we're going to go in and do some corn red. Answer your phone. It's the Pennsylvania number. I want to answer it on the air.
Oh, no.
Hurry up. It's really important to me as a person, probably.
Oh, no.
Hey, Bree has left the room, so we're going to talk about her for a little bit. We're actually not going to talk about her. We're doing some corn red on Ecliptor's eyes. Is it a scam number? Answer the scam.
I'm answering the scam.
Oh my God, she's not answering the scam, guys. I'm very disappointed. So now we're painting his groin with our iron breaker. You're going to miss the groin wires.
Oh, here, groin wire. Oh,
groin wires. He's got a weird circuit board thing.
A weird little thing.
If you look at a reference photo of him, he's got like red wires and blue wires and all that.
Half of his underwear. That's weird. I never really noticed that before.
What's on top of his crystal underwear. So he's got these sick boy band bracelets. So we're going to paint those with our silver. Now the what they call the one where Darkonda and Ecliptor merged. After they did that, Ecliptor had more of that damaged robot thing going on.
Yeah.
But this model, like he had like one arm was like a silver damaged arm. This model is kind of early season Ecliptor, and I based this. I picked like 5 or 6 reference photos, and I based this off the one that I thought looked closest to this model. And his left arm does not appear to me on this sculpt to have that damaged robot look. So that's why I did the green Porygon Pokemon look all over the place. So while I'm doing this iron breaker all over his sword and on his boy band bracelets and all that stuff, Bree and I have been playing Stardew Valley again.
Yes, we have.
Let us know in the comments if you would be interested in us recording our efforts to play Stardew Valley.
It's special.
It's not great. It's not great.
That's actually not true.
It's been a long time since we played.
Yeah.
So I'm wearing gloves now.
Why? Because you were playing with your 3D printer, weren't you?
No. This was not 3D printer. I recorded this in multiple sessions. And here is the thing. Ecliptor is going to take a while. I'm not going to pretend he's not. Ecliptor will take a while to do this technique. The tech is easy, but it takes time. So I actually painted Ecliptor over several painting sessions over several days. I'd say I probably put in 2 to 3 hours total time on Ecliptor, which is actually high for me on a Ranger Mini. A lot of Ranger Minis take me 45 minutes to an hour.
Right.
Ecliptor probably took me 2 to 3 just because of each of the individual linings. I'm wearing gloves because this particular day that I sat down to paint was the day that I had to do some wood staining at work. And I got wood stain on my hands, and I could not get the color off on that first day. Those of you who have worked with wood stain will know that sometimes when you stain your skin, it does not come off, regardless of what you wash your skin with. So I was like, well, now I'm going to stick my hands in camera, and they're going to be covered in wood stain, and people are going to think like I murdered Professor Oak, since we're talking about Pokemon.
I think Professor Oak was made of oak.
He was made of wood.
It's not. Nope. That's
Evil Sun Scarlet. My paintbrush was a little wet, as you see. It dropped some water there. So I put these gloves on to hide the fact that my hands are wood stained. So nobody would know that I was wood stained until right now when I told you my hands were covered in wood stain.
So now you look like one of the guys who's hunting River and her brother.
No, I'm super professional now. This is proof. This is proof of professionalism. This is proof that I can afford gloves.
2x2 hands of glue.
This is proof that I can afford gloves.
2x2 hands of glue. Glue.
Abaddon Black. I don't know what that laugh was. Abaddon Black on the top of the base, as per normal.
You can be real sloppy right now and not worry about it getting on your hands. I mean, just look, you got gloves on, so you can just be like, whee! Look, like that.
And we have dead air because I'm staring at Bree. So now she wouldn't let me answer the Mystery Pennsylvania call. She wouldn't let me look at Jake O'Brien's comment while I'm recording. Jake O'Brien, I hope you're watching this video because we are shouting you out, bro. Unless I don't like your comment, in which case, screw you, Jake O'Brien.
Cover all the bases.
Yeah, we're covering everything here. I either like you or I severely dislike you. Can you send us some Tim Hortons? Everybody Google Jake O'Brien Rule 34.
No.
He's gonna issue a thing to YouTube being like, "Yeah, use my name in the video. It needs to be bleeped out." I don't know who it is. I have no idea who it is. And O'Brien seems like a generic enough last name that I'm sure there are many of them in the world. So I'm clearly calling out to Jake O'Brien from Tuscaloosa, Nepal. There should be a Tuscaloosa, Nepal.
That's not even a thing.
Why not? You know every town in Nepal. No oil on all the silver areas while Bree looks up an atlas of Nepal.
I'm not going to look up.
Would you have an atlas of a single area, or that should be a map?
I think that's a map.
Well, that's disappointing. So we're doing our gold trick with our next red yellow. Whew, this went from being like, hey, I'm actually going to show you something cool.
Did it you just went like, whee!
Yeah, I
don't want any blaming.
Jake O'Brien, I'm sorry.
I don't want any blaming of me later on that, I went off the rails on this one. I don't want that this time. This is not when you do.
I'm trying to apologize here, and you're interrupting here. I was going to
painting with the Nasdaq to do the gold. Ha!
Nasdrag. Nasdrag.
You're a drag.
Nasdrag is offensive, probably.
To whom? The Nasdragians?
The don't be talking about the Nasdragites. That's a thing from Nasdragia. Got our Ember Orange here. It's in Tuscaloosa, Nepal.
Oh,
We got our Ember Orange here. Ecliptor is a monster, so we're painting him like a monster. This is why Goldar is better than Ecliptor, because Goldar's a boss. Ecliptor just gets the orange base.
I feel like that's probably...
But we're about done. You see how easy Ecliptor was once we did the basic tech. Ecliptor is about ready to rock and roll. It's really time for me to replace the undersheet for these videos. I went looking for it this weekend, guys. I could not find any. It was out of stock everywhere we went and all the one place I looked. But anyway, here's Ecliptor. He's all done. He's good to go. He looks fantastic at 3 foot. Easy tech, time consuming. Like and subscribe for more content. Hit the bell button for notifications. Jake O'Brien, reach out to us. I'd love to have you on the channel. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Bye. This is a weird one. I apologize.
They're all weird ones.